Hi everybody, I'm Tom Petillo along with Mary Beth Mcdade.
Yes, welcome back.
Yes, welcome to the Jersey Spotlight, New Jersey's only music television show dedicated to doo-wops, rhythm and blues, acapella, and soul. We're over here. All right, you know, Mary Beth, one of the great pleasures of sitting in this chair is that we get to meet, and I actually get to meet some of the people that were a big influence on me in my career,
Parkways,
and people that I've enjoyed throughout the years. So it's a real great honor to sit here, and today, especially because with us is the big voice of New York radio. The man has the most listened to show on Sunday nights all across the nation, and that, of course, is Mr. Don K. Reed from the Doo Wop Shop.
CBS 101.
Yes, and we have a great group also called The Encounters from Brooklyn. So stick around, don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back.
Stay tuned.
Okay, we're back with the Jersey
Welcome
Spotlight. Hello, everyone. Again, it's a real pleasure and honor for me to have with us on the show this evening a gentleman who has the most listened to radio station on a Sunday night in New York and the tri-state area. How far do you go with that show, Don?
As far as we can take it.
Mr. Don K. Reed, how about a nice hand for Don?
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us
nice
here,
to
Don.
be here on Jersey Spotlight, it really is.
It's great to have you.
I just want to know if I can sign the wall later.
Oh, most
We'll
definitely.
have to find some room.
Don, I'd like to know, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, how you got your start in the radio business way back when, and how long has that been?
I've been in radio since 1963, so that what is that? 31 years.
Close
It's a
to
long
it.
time. I just it was something I always wanted to do when I was young. About, I guess I was 12 years old when I first heard a kid in school say, "This guy Alan Freed is playing, this music on the radio." So I, found Winds on the dial, and I listened, and I was, this is great. The music, first of all, reached out and just
grabbed
me. Incredible. And then I went down to the Alan Freed shows. I think he did his first one about 1954.
At the Brooklyn Paramount?
Yeah,
somewhere?
and I went in 1966 the first time, and got a chance to see the Teenagers live.
Wow.
And then I was hooked. I went to every show he did up till the last one, and I got an opportunity to see all the great.
I'm sure that was a
great
big
stars.
influence on you as well.
Oh, I was enthralled with the whole thing.
Absorbed, sure.
And who knew? I mean, it's like somebody saying they want to be an actor or a dancer or a singer. You don't know how really hard it is until you're in the business. You say, "Gee, I did it. I made it. How did that happen?"
And where did you grow up?
In Flatbush, Brooklyn.
Flatbush, Brooklyn.
So now, who is the Don K. Reed? Who's the man behind this voice that we hear on the radio? Tell us.
Who is the man behind the voice?
That deep, beautiful voice.
Just a guy from Flatbush, Brooklyn, who, as I've said before, had a dream and it came true. I was lucky enough to. I'm the guy you hear on the radio. I think you have to be the person that people listen to or see, as they do in television, because if you're a phony, they know.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be picked up. It really can. If you're an honest individual, and I think people pick up on that. It works. I mean, it's worked for me. I mean, if somebody said to me, "How do you make it work on the radio?" I really couldn't answer that. I really don't know how it works, but it does. I'm lucky.
Right.
I think it's an indefinable something that people have.
It's like,
singing,
why
too.
act when you can be real?
Yeah, but it's also something, if you're an actor, some people can do it very well. It happens, I think. I think you're born with it.
It kind of comes from inside. It's a sincerity, a true feeling.
Yeah.
And Joe Franklin said, once you learn how to fake that, you got it made.
Fake sincerity, I love it.
Let's go back to Flatbush in the 50s, though. Who was along with Alan Freed, who were some of the other DJs that kind of formed your,
Well, I used to listen to all the radio stations. At that point, it was WINS, it was WABC, it was MCA, it was WMGM. There was a guy, Peter Tripp, who did Your Hits of the Week from 5 to 8 at night. I used to listen to him all the time because if he had a favorite song and he played it at 20 after 5 or 20 to 8, you knew it would be there every night. You could tune it up. You know? But I used to listen to the countdown. I used to love that stuff. And I guess it was basically Winds that I listened to, though, with Freed. Yeah.
With Freed.
Yeah. Freed drew me there at night, and then I listened most of the time.
So you're at that point you were listening to the radio, but how did you actually get on the radio?
Well, I just went out to the end of Long Island and took an audition and got the job.
And it was that, just like that.
Yeah,
Who spotted that talent?
But the thing is that I had gotten a web cord tape machine as a kid,
Okay.
about 1956. And I played radio because I used to go up and down the dial listening to those stations. Also the stations at the end of the dial, like a WWRL, WADO, NJR. I used to listen to the white jocks, the black jocks, just to see what they did, how they did it, what they said,
Sure.
and get the feel for it.
And I guess you had one of those transistor. My older brother had one.
Transistor with the knobs on both sides.
Transistor with the knobs on both sides.
The volume and the dial, the tuner.
Right.
Sure.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Look how far it's come, though, isn't it? It's really
It's
something.
amazing. I'm amazed sometimes. I'm amazed I've been in New York now since 1971. What is that? 22, 23 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, though. You
I
started
didn't think
out in
I'd
Long
last
Island.
23 minutes when I first got the
Oh,
job.
come on.
You start out in Long Island and then moved right to New York.
Yeah, I never had to get
a
out
lot
of the
of people, they have to
metropolitan
move,
area.
yeah, all around the map.
Well, that's what I never wanted to be, was a radio vagabond, where you're 3 years in this town, 2 years here, 4
Right.
years here, 5 years. It's crazy. If you have a family with a child and he's in school and he makes friends and you got to move.
Sure, it gets to be different.
I've been just very lucky. I mean, it's a secure job in a very unsecure business.
Now, how long has the Doo Wop Shop been on the air? Is that 20 years as well?
No, that's 19.
19
That
years.
began in 75.
Okay. And how the concept of bringing live performances to radio, how did that all come about?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't have guests. I can't tell you exactly when the first guest was. It was a group called Stormy Weather, as a matter of fact, who contacted me, and I had them on. They're still around. They come from, I believe, Chicago. And then from there, just kind of took the natural progression, and
Right.
here we are.
Well, there's
I have more
gotta be-
groups than I have Sunday nights.
Do you really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, there's got to be a spot in the Guinness Book World of Records
Excuse me.
for the most songs written about a person or a show. Literally, you have how many jingles written and sent to you throughout the
Probably close to 100.
It's amazing.
And they're all done out of the goodness of these groups' hearts.
Yeah.
They do it. And
Well, I know. We sent you.
I know you. We have one from Parkway.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's very nice of all the groups to do that.
Well,
They take time not only to record them. Some of them write original lyrics to some familiar melodies.
Well, Don, really, today, for years ago when a group made it, if they performed on American Bandstand or one of those venues that were back then, it was kind of a signature that they made it in a sense. Today, for these type of groups to perform, really the venue is with you. Once they get on your show, they kind of feel like they've reached a certain level, a certain plateau, and it's true.
That's
It's
nice.
it's the only venue out there that really says something. When you go on the Don K. Reed show and you're a group, it really makes you feel good. And for that, my hand is out to you, sir.
Well, a lot of people tell me they're amazed at the response they get sometimes when I say if you want to get
I
hold
can
a
attest to
Parkway
that.
or
Sure.
whoever the group is that night, and they'll give a number, and they're amazed how many people will call or jobs they get.
Well,
What I like about it is I can have a Paul Simon, a Neil Sedaka, and I can have a Parkway.
Yeah.
And everybody in
Well,
between.
that's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
great about it.
It's a place where the local group can show their wares and where I can get a legendary figure to come by and talk about his career.
That's right.
And I love it.
So do
great.
we. We're going to have more with Don K. Reed, and also we have coming on the show.
More? Really?
Oh, absolutely. You're here for the whole show, my
Okay.
friend. We're not going to let him go. Who's here with us? The Encounters.
Yes,
Encounters,
the
a great
Encounters
group
back.
from Brooklyn, Don.
Absolutely.
They have a great sound to them, so
Stay right there. We're coming back with more of the Jersey Spotlight.
Luna Sound. Multi-track digital recording and editing. Luna Sound. Commercial music writing and production. Luna Sound. Music demos. Master quality. Luna Sound. Jingles. Post-production work. 201-256-0440. 201-256-0440.
Okay, welcome back to the Jersey Spotlight, and our guest vocal group is the Encounters, and our very special guest is Mr. Don K. Reed. Don,
Can I ask you a question?
sure, go right ahead.
How do you get from singing to hosting a TV show?
Oh boy.
Was it hard? Was it a hard trip?
Actually, it wasn't. I was invited onto a show that was done right in the studio,
And you took over.
and I guess
And he stayed.
he's gone and I'm here. No, actually, he's still here. It was an astrology show, and they wanted
Really?
a cappella singers to come on and perform in between him.
Doing the readings or whatever?
Yes, I
really?
guess. Yeah,
Wow.
live phone-ins. And,
So we got rid of the astrology and it's all...
well, no, he's still here. He does
Oh, he
quite
is?
well, as a matter of fact.
Can I get a reading after this?
Sure, why not? We'll have Mickey O'Keefe call him on the phone. And
You know, Don, how do you feel as, radio as opposed to TV? Are you more nervous on TV being in front of the camera, or is it about the same?
I've gotten used to television, but I'll tell you, I prefer radio.
Really?
I really do. It's
Yeah.
too hot in television.
The lights, right? The lights.
Too hot.
well, you're natural on both. All the groups that have come up and performed for you. Okay,
Yeah.
do you have a handle on actually how many groups you've had up there? Is there a number on that?
Oh, gee, I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell us.
I really couldn't.
And
Well, you can multiply it by about, I say we didn't have groups from the very beginning, and it's 19 years, I would say maybe 17 of those years multiply the amount of Sundays at every year, and
Wow.
you get an approximate figure of how many groups have come up.
And
There have been repeats, of course.
who were some of your favorite, say, legendary groups that
People that
that
I
really
have?
started it out for rock and roll or rhythm and blues or doo-wops?
Well, I had Sonny Till drop by one time, and he wasn't even scheduled. He had done a
Wow.
Royal New York Doo-Wop show at the Beacon Theater,
That's the Orioles.
Right.
Only Orioles.
and he had heard about the show, and he just came by, and it was a great little interview, and unfortunately about within the year he had passed away, but I was glad the man came by, so I had one opportunity to talk to him.
Yeah.
Had a chance to talk to Joe Turner before he passed away.
Right. What was this? What was a song by Joe Turner that really got to him?
Oh, Corina,
Right,
Flip Flop
yeah.
Fly,
Right.
and the old boss of the blues,
Uh-huh.
and also Carl Feaster came up. Of course, he was with the Chords, Shaboom. A lot of people like that have come up, and unfortunately, since then have passed on. But
Yeah.
it's great to have been able to meet them.
Sure.
See, that's what the thrill.
Well-
As a kid, I saw these people on stage. And now they come up on my show, and I can,
Right,
sort of call them friends. I don't hang out with them every
Well,
night.
I can
but,
relate to
you know,
that.
they're friends.
Yeah,
I
They're
can
great.
relate to
just
that. I
saying
mean,
that.
sitting here is a great pleasure for me because I get to meet people that I've idolized for
Oh,
half my
cut it
life.
out.
Where shall I kiss you, Don?
Well,
His ring. His ring.
Who are some of the people that you listen to when you're not on the air? What does Don K. Reed do to relax, unwind? Do you listen to
nobody's listening. I mean.
Snoop Doggy Dogg or what?
No, I believe it or not, I stay away from music radio except when I want to hear what's going on in some of the other radio stations.
Right.
I listen to some talk radio and things like that because music,
Well,
it's whatever you do, you want to get away from,
Right. It's kind of like the shoemaker
But not too
going
far.
home to fix his shoes. He doesn't
Exactly.
want to do
He's
it.
got holes in them, and the plumber
Right.
has leaky pipes, the whole thing.
That's interesting that Tom was saying that. What do you think of the new music nowadays? I mean, what do you think of the hip hop or
Well, some of it is
rap?
Rap, I'm not.
Too keen on?
I can't quite connect
Yeah.
with that myself. But
That's a whole nother show, rap.
some of the groups, I can't think of the name of the group that has the old times hit of "So Much in Love" out now. All for One or All for One, right? They do a great job on that. I mean, great harmonies.
Yeah, some of the groups are coming out with what they call rockapella now.
Well, there's a group Acappella
Yeah.
Right.
who does.
Right, that's
Nice work.
contemporary a cappella.
It's not doo-wop stuff.
It's not
but,
dope, it's pretty much
but
contemporary.
it's great harmony. It really
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
And
There's
they do a nice job.
there's all shapes of and forms of a cappella that it's popping up all across the country. There's a whole networking thing going on out there from New York to California with regards to a cappella.
Now, as a member of a group,
Yes.
do you think there are more groups of your type coming into being all the time? You find that?
I
Which
kind
would be more competition for your group.
I think there are more groups coming up, but I think there are more younger groups coming up showing a different style and coming up in a different shape and form of a cappella.
Yeah.
Like Take Six and Boys to Men and a lot of the lesser known groups. I couldn't say offhand, but there's a catalog, by the way, that's out called the Contemporary Acappella Society that features a whole slew of acappella recording groups.
Well, I think a breakthrough was a couple of years ago. I can't think of the man's name, but he had that "Don't Worry, Be Happy" song,
Right.
which was an
That's,
acappella song.
Bobby McFerrin.
Bobby McFerrin.
Right.
Right.
It was a cappella. A lot of people
Yes.
didn't realize that,
Right,
but it was.
that's right.
Right, and it was all him.
I think it was the first
Right.
one to ever make number one.
That's right. He pretty much brought it mainstream along with Boyz II Men.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The group that we have with us, the Encounters, they're from Brooklyn, and you guys are going to sing a song for us right now, right?
You got it.
What song is that going to be?
We're going to do the one that Don was just talking about, So Much in Love.
How about that?
All right.
Okay, how about a nice hand
What a
for the
segue.
Encounters? Yeah. See that? You're in.
As we stroll along together, holding hands, walking all along. So in love are we two that we don't know what to do. So in love, in a world of our own. So in love, as we walk by the sea together, under stars twinkling high above. So in love are we two, no one else but me and you. So in love, so much in love, so in love, so much in love, so in love. We walk along together. I tell you, I need you all so much. I love you, my darling. Can't you feel it when we touch? As we walk down the aisle together, and we vow to be together till we die. So in love are we two, just can't wait to say I do. So in love, for you and I, so in love, for you and I, so in love, for you and I, so in love.
Great job. Encounters.
Thank you.
Okay, now you gentlemen have been around for quite some time, from the 60s, I believe, right?
Oh, actually, 30 years.
30 years,
There's
okay.
63 is when we started.
So I'm sure you've been up on the Doo Wop Shop with
We've been on with Don,
Don K.
twice,
Reed.
yes.
Fabulous.
Greatest thrill.
Okay, now,
Very nice.
It really was, Don.
see what I said? Now, do you gentlemen have anything in the making as far as the recording goes? Have anything?
No, we don't have anything solid. We've had
Okay.
lots of talk and people talking to us, but we don't have anything definite yet.
Okay. How about a jingle for Don here?
I'd love to do it. He has so many good ones.
Get to work on that, will you?
You know what I'd like to ask you is a question I've asked you before. Are you ever going to do, your song?
Don't stop?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Don, we're doing it today because you're here.
Are you really?
We actually are. We never did it a cappella. That was the reason why we didn't do it in a lot of shows that you were there.
Right.
But we're going to do it today. We definitely
right.
will do it today.
That'll be a treat.
I think that's so important that if a group has recorded a record,
They should do it.
they should do it.
You're absolutely right.
I don't care who it is,
Yeah.
really. And a lot of groups don't do that. They'll do one of their songs and then do everybody else's material, which I
can never
to this day,
understand.
don't understand.
Right.
We did it the other way around. You see, we did everybody else's songs, and we only had one hit, so we didn't do the one.
Who did I introduced the Marvelettes one time at a show and went through a whole thing about them and mentioned some of their hits.
Uh-huh.
And they came out and did a Martha Reeves and the Vandellas song to open up. And I
Right.
said, why? They had so many hits,
Yeah.
do your own.
Do your own, sure. I don't know. That's a question that's left to be answered. But you gentlemen are going to sing another song for us, right?
We're going to do Don't Stop.
You're going to do Don't Stop.
All
Okay.
right, I'm
fantastic.
looking forward to this.
Yeah. All right. Another hand for the.
ever on TV Acappella.
Okay. It's a first right here on the Jersey Spotlight.
Don't stop now, don't stop now.
Baby, don't stop now. Don't stop. Now that I finally found you. Now that I have my arms around you. Oh baby, oh baby. Don't stop. Now that I finally kissed you. And you know I can't resist you. Oh baby, oh baby. You know your kiss will last forever. So
don't stop now, don't stop now, baby, don't stop now.
Don't stop now that I finally kissed you. And you know I can't resist you. Oh baby, you know your kiss won't last forever. So please don't ever stop. If you knew how long I've waited, you would never have hesitated.
But don't stop now, don't stop now, baby, don't stop now. Baby, don't stop now. Baby, don't stop now.
Now that was it.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, that was a hit for you guys?
Is that a tribute?
That was 1963 on Swan Records.
In
Pretty big actually
1963.
in Jersey and Philly.
Great,
Really
great.
made
That's the first
the big
time you guys have sung that
I
song.
like that little hand clapping.
Yeah. And you know,
What I wanted to ask you was that a song you had to go back and learn again because you hadn't done it in such a long time?
We did, because we hadn't done it in a long time. That's probably why we hadn't done it when you asked us on the show a couple of times. And we never did it a cappella, so it was like new to us.
Yeah. So
great,
that's great though.
Great, nice to have you.
Really is.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And you know something I noticed, you gentlemen still have quite high harmonies in the background for a
Older
group
guys?
that's, you know, I mean, what's a polite word? A weathered group? I don't know. A group
No,
that's been around,
mature
a mature
group.
group. Okay. Okay, we're good. Mickey's saying break. We'll be back in a little while with my guest, The Encounters, and our special guest, Don K. Reed. So stay right there. Okay, I can't tell you what a pleasure it was for me to have Mr. Reed on the show.
Yes,
Don,
Don,
thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
My pleasure, really.
Don
Thank
of
you
rock
very
and roll.
much. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
And
you.
of course, the Encounters.
And The
Always a
Encounters. We
pleasure.
don't want to forget them. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you all again on the Jersey Spotlight.
See you next week.
Bye.
Hi, we're the Bravados, and you're watching
Yeah, Petillo, Jersey Spotlight.